Like there's a celebrity, one of the celebrity patients. I was talking to her assistant because her assistant, that looks magical. It's like having a fairy around. It looks so good. And she was like, "This took 10 years." I was like, oh shit. Okay. And she's like, and I'm still training her. I was like, I was thinking to myself, you're full of shit on that, but okay. You're just unreasonable. That's what you are. These celebrities, they are living in a world that we don't know. They have too many people telling them yes to everything, or telling them what they ought to do.
Yeah.
Everybody is there to benefit from. But the cool thing about her assistant is that her assistant actually cares about her. I can't say the same for her son, though. It's weird. Although her son's an alright guy. But
In what way?
in what way is he weird?
Yeah.
I think he's influenced by her and her management is wanting her to get on all this stuff that she doesn't need. But it's just so it's like a temporary fix type thing. But she's going to be one of my prototype people for the new business model. Prescribing food.
Prescribing food.
Fucking dope. Yeah. We're going to tell you what to eat based on algorithm.
Algorithm.
Yeah. A bunch of if this then that. It's looking at a bunch of data points and then reaching conclusions based on the results. Well, at first it just is going to have to be like human doing it. So we'll do food food sensitivity and allergy testing. We'll take a list of foods that they actually like. We'll give them a list and have them choose foods they like. We'll have them keep a food log for 3 days, and we'll do detailed blood analysis, looking at things like insulin sensitivity, thyroid, blood sugar levels. Well, blood sugar and insulin is a little bit different, but not. But not entirely. And then we're going to send them, we're going to have people make food for them and send them a week worth of their food that's prepped and analyze their results and keep measuring. Measuring, adjust, measure, adjust, measure, adjust.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Gonna be
However, time consuming.
do that.
It sounds time consuming.
It won't be eventually. You can have a program that automates all that. Yeah, it won't be. You can give ranges for certain metrics of the blood work and say, if it's this range, then go to this option. And then from that option, it'll branch out. It'll have a bunch of other nodes that look out at other data points and say, if this, then this option, or if it's this, do this, go this direction. If it goes that direction, then it'll analyze against the list of foods they've chose and then and at first, so what if it's time consuming? That people are going to pay like $30,000 for it
$30,000 for it.
per year. Yep, 35 probably.
That's a lot of money.
To you and I, not to these people.
Yeah.
Not to a millionaire. Excuse me, multi-millionaire. We have a billionaire as a. Okay, I've been told about two billionaires. One, I researched. The other, I did not. I think this might be. You always have to. When somebody throws out the B word, you actually have to verify it because it's usually not a thing. I don't. That's too much effort, energy, and yeah, that's what it'll be though. That's what it'll be though. Casual, and it'll also tell you when to take your meds, and you can check your blood work on it. But they have that. And it'll also incorporate wearables. So Internet of Things, we'll be able to gauge heart rate and all that stuff. Because people love this data. People have already paid for that and just the data alone, and then they're up to do with it as they deem fit. But you know, like people pay all this money to see what genetic polymorphisms they have. Like, oh, I have ApoE4. Wait, this says I'm 4 times more likely to get Alzheimer's. No, what do I do? And then nothing. They have no resources on the what do I do part. You know what I mean? But to get really good at providing, because a lot of the stuff, what you'd have to do is have fun with toys, meaning, you'd have to have access to an fMRI, like a MRI machine. Those are expensive. Those are about $1 million. They'll probably be the last thing we get. And then have to be able to do very, very, very detailed analysis at what suggestions, the impact of the suggestions or the changes. You have to measure it. Because to try and head off, and you have to have fucking brilliant doctor, because to head off Alzheimer's means taking a detailed look at like dendrites and fucking seeing what kind of like amyloid beta plaque levels. That's difficult. But an algorithm can do a lot of that stuff too. IBM Watson. Which I've actually used. Who's going to write the code? Algorithms. Some of the I know some really good developers, but really honestly, the developers that I know are probably just going to help me sift through like the good and bad options. But what I'd be using initially is third-party programs that already do some of this functionality, which doesn't mean it's still going to be difficult, because the integration is not simple. But if you ever casual, if you're interested in this stuff, are you a developer? Do you know code? No. Well, if you ever want to play with some of the narrow AI out there, uh, you can use, because it's an open API, so you can go use IBM. You can sign up for an IBM Bluemix account, and that's pretty fucking cool. They have a bunch of like apps that you can deploy. One of which is the ability to like analyze. There's a tone analyzer. There's a text analyzer, so it can tell you characteristics of the person's emotional state or what have you.
What do you want to make?
Um,
You want to code something, right? Like, are you trying to make something?
Not me personally. I'm not. I'm gonna have somebody else do it.
Well, okay, so what do you want someone else to make for you?
An environment where data is pulled from various places and then amalgamated to where detailed instructions for a patient are given, specifically what foods, medication to give them, and then have that.
What kind of patient are you talking about?
Huh?
What kind of patient?
A patient. That's
Like a medical patient? Like any sort of problem? Like,
yeah. So the most common problems: heart problems, obesity, heading off preventative stuff. So if you look at uh, someone's DNA, you can find out what kind of genetic polymorphisms they have, and you can educate them and change their diet to head off the diseases that they're at risk for.
okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
It's not so smart, actually. Take me higher. It's not gonna be easy though.
Hello?
He left, I think.
I guess you just dropped.
Something like that.
So how are you?
Fine. How about you?
Okay. Hey Susanna, you should play Smite. Doing stuff. You're always doing stuff. INTPs aren't supposed to do stuff. You're the guy that keeps on talking about duels, right, Casual? You're the one that keeps on telling Eric, like, you have to find an ISFJ or whatever.
Yeah. Why?
That's really. I don't know. I assume that your voice was the same as the video I watched, but you're
Yeah.
pretty adamant about that. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. What's your type?
ENTP too. So I should find an ISFJ as well.
Yeah. Do you know H3H3?
Wait, what's that?
H3H3 Productions.
No, H3H3?
Yeah.
No.
Ethan and Nila. You know them now?
What is that?
YouTube channel. You don't know it?
No.
Alright. Never mind then.
Is it something I should know about?
It depends. Do you watch YouTube videos?
I mean, yeah,
It's
but not too often.
it's a funny slash like activist, if you want to say, YouTube activist channel. It's quite famous, so I thought you'd know it because the guy there is ENTP and his wife is ISFJ.
Man, this guy has a lot of. Yeah, this guy's like a lot of famous videos, I guess. 3 million views on like.
You know
Average.
Vape Niche?
Do I know what?
Vape Niche.
No.
Alright, never mind. Oh, it just uploaded a video. I need to go watch it. It's about.
I mean, I
Baby
didn't even know who. What's that one video game guy that just plays video games and people watch him all the time? And they said he was a Nazi or whatever.
Oh, PewDiePie?
Yeah, I just learned who PewDiePie was not so long ago. So.
Yeah, I don't watch him, so I don't really care about him. He's annoying.
Yeah.
He has the voice of a blonde bitch.
Yeah, he does.
H3 actually are quite good if you're into that stuff. It's like they do you know those prank channels?
Yeah.
It's like they debunk them and they like prove that they did it a lot for did it many times with many channels, you know. They're like,
Yeah.
this is proof that it's fake, stuff like that.
Oh, all the prank channels?
Yes, and they like when they find something really disturbing on YouTube, they show it. Like, what the hell is going on? And then usually something happens. Or
Yeah.
yeah, like their last video, it's been uploaded like 14 minutes ago. It's called Daddy05, and that channel is basically a family that quote unquote they prank their kids, but actually they're just abusing them. I was waiting for them to make a video about it. Now they did.
Right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll go watch it and be back in there. I'll be back in
Yeah.
15 seconds and 0 to 15 minutes. Yeah.
You Courtney?
Oh, hi.
I don't know. I
Courtney?
think Courtney just joined. Yeah, what's up? At least I think it's her. It might not be her because she's not on chat or whatever.
Yeah. Is that you, Courtney, or is it just someone pretending to be you?
They leave.
Probably she can't hear us or something.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, Courtney, go on camera or go on chat or something.
Can you hear me? Oh, hi, Courtney. Hey, I'm gonna give you a crown. Just you get notification, accept it.
Oh, it is Courtney. What's up? I can't. Well, yeah, you're muted at the moment, but
All right, I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
yeah.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
How are
what's
you
up?
guys? I just chilling. Hold on.
You've been quite the topic of discussion lately, especially for Taylor. He can't shut up about you.
Yeah, what's up with that?
He's like, I don't really care about her. Like, you just blah blah. Like, you talk about her a lot for not caring.
Oh, really? He's still
Yeah.
been talking about that?
Yeah, he's still got a stick up his butt.
Well, I don't even know. I don't really want to get into it. I'm afraid of him. He's gonna try to like kill me or something. He's gonna like find out where I live and shoot me. Just kidding. I've been at the lake today. It's so nice out here. I just got home and
At the
took a
lake?
shower. Yeah, I have a little lake over here.
That's cool.
Don't be, he's harmless. I don't know. Taylor's got the thing out for me for a while now. I don't know why.
I don't know. I think he just likes having an enemy.
Probably because they're around 6. Yeah, I think so. That sucks for me. I don't want to deal with that. What have you guys been up to?
I just got back from doing yard work at this older guy's house. Well, he's definitely old. He was a Nazi at one point, so he's definitely an old guy.
He was a Nazi?
Yeah, he was in the Hitler Youth, and he was in the German Air Force during the war, and he did a whole bunch of stuff during his life. His dad helped build the stadium for the 1936 Olympics.
Oh,
He sat
wow.
he sat right below Hitler. He's like probably 10 feet below Hitler.
With all Nazis. Did he not get arrested or anything?
Well, he's not a Nazi anymore. So after the war, his parents got stuck on the east side, and so he went over to the East Berlin, and he got his mom out, but couldn't get his dad. And then they went to the United States, and he became a minister. He became a professor at Pepperdine, and which is like a university in California. And then he came up with a bunch of stuff about how to do diplomacy with other countries. He ran for governor of California. He worked for Nixon, Reagan, and Ford, and was friends with them. And he did diplomatic missions to Russia.
Wow.
I don't know. He did a whole bunch of stuff.
That's
He's
cool.
a really
I
good
mean,
guy.
it's not cool he was a Nazi. Do you
Yeah.
guys believe in... Okay, so there's this idea out that's really popular right now that the Holocaust was not fake, but exaggerated. Holocaust is fake.
I mean,
Talking to my
I
dad
don't
about
think
this,
so.
he was so pissed. He was like, fucking idiots to saying the Holocaust was fake. Millions of people died, and that's bullshit, and you shouldn't say that because,
I mean, my grandpa was in the war, and he didn't believe it happened, and he was, piling up dead Jews and stuff, and he still didn't believe it.
Yeah. There's some pretty interesting information out there about it. A lot of the pictures that they used for propaganda were actually British soldiers, and a lot of the pictures weren't actually Jewish people. And there were a few of these couples that were Holocaust survivors that came out later in their lives and admitted that everything was completely fabricated, that they were telling everyone like these big stories about the gas chambers and everything.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of Nazi camps where some independent researchers went out and studied these camps and did a bunch of testing on the gas chambers, and they couldn't find any kind of residue left over that would indicate that it was actually used as a gas chamber. Big chimneys.
Uh-huh.
No microphone, Steven.
I mean,
But-
maybe. I mean, just because some things are fabricated, though, doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Just the amount of people that they claim were killed, and some of these conspiracy theorists go as far to say that it's the Zionists taking over the world.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Steven, do you know about the Zionists? I can't tell if you're joking or being serious. I'm really open-minded to anything, but some people can get pretty out there with things they believe.
I mean, I believe in so-called conspiracy theories. I mean, the stupid thing about calling it a conspiracy theory is it's like it discredits the account before you even investigate it. You just say,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's a conspiracy theory," and then it's over. It's like, well, yeah, but let's talk about it. You can't just say it's a conspiracy theory and then not examine it.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. I posted this photo on my Facebook yesterday, and it started up a pretty big debate about, what ideas were true and what ideas were false. And one of the girls on there was like, she obviously didn't really understand any of the things that were being listed, she was just like, this is all bullshit, all these conspiracy theorists, blah, blah. She was like, you might as well just admit that the earth is flat. And I was like, that's a fallacy of equivocation, and you shouldn't be negating any concepts without discourse when you have no information over them.
Like, I think Hillary Clinton killed people on the campaign. That's a conspiracy theory, I guess.
Can you explain that? I've heard that, but I haven't really heard about it in detail.
I can give you an email that like lists the people that she killed. If you want to give me your email. Or make a crap email and I'll send it to you on that.
Hold on a second.
That's funny.
One of my friends is INTJ and was really into so-called conspiracy theories. So I'm listening to him go on about it a lot. Carolyn, are you into conspiracy theories a lot? As an INTJ. Not all of them I met are. But
Sorry about that. My phone overheated. Your INTJ friend, what? And can you could you resend
really,
the email too? Because I just lost it.
Yeah. Really deep into the truth behind the veil. Some of them are true, like CIA, the CIA sort of altering mass media. That's true. The Clinton murders, I've heard a lot of information about, or I've actually like dove into that idea, but the people that support it, I have faith in them and their judgments. So, kind of weird. Give me your email. That's funny. I love conspiracy theories. They're so hot. Oh, you're crazy. I don't really like children. I probably would like my own children. I don't even know. I really honestly probably will never have kids. Like, I change my mind about everything all the time. I cannot make any long-term decisions about my life. Hardly.
All right, I sent you an email. And you can just look up those people on whatever website you want to look them up on.
Okay.
But there's 5 people that all had something on Hillary Clinton, and they all died within 2 months of one another. A little bit fishy.
Clinton murders. Bob Boberson?
Yeah, that's my crap email.
Funny. Have y'all ever seen Zeitgeist?
No.
When I was like 1920 that came out. And that was a big eye-opener documentary for me. Because it went through a lot of the similarities between all the religions of the world and also how they coincide with ancient mythology and how they were just basically derived. Well, I know you're a Christian, but this was just like part of it. And then they
so what was the argument?
Basically how Christianity was derived from paganism and ancient Egyptian spiritual.
Well, certainly, like a lot of what the Catholic Church did afterward is influenced by paganism. Like
the holidays,
like Easter, like it's from the Babylonian god Istar, a fertility god.
Just from probably assimilating those people.
Right. So yeah, they were trying to appeal to them, but I mean, Scripture is very clear not to do that. So like they're obviously in the wrong by doing that, I think. But
Did you know Santa is red because of Coca-Cola?
no, but I believe it.
Santa's red because of Coca-Cola.
That's funny.
Buy our shitty water, sugar water drinks. Hillary Clinton murders during 2016 campaign.
Yeah.
Anyway, that documentary went through like religion, astrology, where it came from, and then it went into the Federal Reserve and how corrupt it is, and the interest rates. Then it went into 9/11.
Yeah.
What do you think about 9/11?
I think 9/11 happened. I think that's legit.
Yeah, it happened.
Well, I mean, like, I think it was terrorists that did it. I don't think the arguments for it not being terrorists are that good.
You don't think it was an inside job?
I think you can have a better argument for Pearl Harbor being one. But I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't really know. I'll just go with the standard story at this point because I haven't heard anything that's convincing.
Oh, my mic isn't muted. They probably hear me typing. I was like typing for no reason apparently.
I went through a period when I was younger though when I got really deep into all of that, like conspiracy theories, the truth behind the government and the world and the media and the banks and corporate greed and politics. And then I got to the point where it just kind of became really depressing.
I think the Illuminati stuff is stupid. I think that's really dumb.
You think so?
Yeah, I totally think that's so dumb.
Courtney's like, I actually think that.
It's like,
I mean, the Bilderberg group actually meets. They actually have meetings. That's documented.
yeah, but that's like, yeah, I mean, that's what you would do when you have that much money and stuff. It doesn't mean there's some sort of Illuminati because of that. It's just like, yeah, that's what they do.
No, you're wrong, Mark. They sacrifice babies.
Yeah, right.
They sacrifice babies and summon demonic forces to brainwash all of us. What are you talking about? Just kidding.
My lips are dry. Like, they hurt me. This isn't supposed to happen.
Oh, so Courtney, I thought you'd find this interesting. So that shadow person I was talking about that I saw a few weeks ago is now bothering my roommates. They were talking about it last night. They were like, "There's this shadow guy, blah 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 blah," and I talked to him about it today, this morning. I was like, talking about the shadow guy that lives here, and they're like, "Yeah, bro, this place is haunted."
Ew, did you tell him before?
No, I didn't tell him about anything. No.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's legit. You gotta be worried about that shadow person. I'm telling you.
I feel like if I think about it too much, I'm gonna trick myself into believing I'm haunted by shadow people somehow.
You are. Didn't you know?
No.
That's why we're all here. We're all haunted by them, and they just like, this is how they come and hang out. They're like,
they want to be on talking to famous people. That's really what they want. They're like, come on, let me go on the show.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They take over our minds and bring us here. Force us to talk to each other. So what happened to him that made him scared?
Wait 1 second. Wait, what's up?
What happened to him that made him think he was haunted?
Well, apparently they've been seeing it around. Like I don't know what it's been doing, but they just said they've seen it.
This probably sounds really weird, but my grandpa died in December, and now I just see like people that look exactly like him everywhere, like randomly. And I'm like, do all old people just look like my grandpa now? Like, I'm so confused. Yeah, it happens when I get a new car too, and then you just see your car everywhere. Yeah. I know, it's just weird. And it wasn't like it's only been recently, like it wasn't just as soon as he died I started seeing him everywhere. It was like literally just this past like 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
Your grandpa just passed away 2 weeks ago?
No, I've just been seeing people that look like him these past 2 weeks, but he passed away in November.
Sorry.
That's okay. I honestly, like, this may sound weird, but I'm glad that he passed away because he was like suffering for like a good month. He found out he got lung cancer, and as soon as he found out he got lung cancer, he like was in the hospital 24 hours and ended up like suffocating to death. So sorry.
Jeez. I don't trust hospitals that much or doctors.
You're also in the States, so it makes sense. I don't trust anything that comes from there. I feel like I always like hate on the US here. Like, and I feel like Carolyn is always there to watch. And I know she's like secretly judging me, being like, Liz, why do you hate the US so much? Because Carolyn's always there, and I'm always like, the government, the US, I hate it. You guys are dumb.
I saw this funny picture. Where'd it go? Dang it. How do you hate us so much? If I didn't live here, I'd probably hate the US too. I think there's plenty of people that live here that still hate the US.
Oh,
I mean, I think
sure.
most people.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Actually thinking about demon possession earlier.
What about it?
Well,
I actually get culture shock when I go to the US. And it's weird because you don't think that you would get it. But I legit do. Like, it's just like, I don't know. There's just something.
Wait, where do you live?
I live in Canada. But when I go down to the US, it's like things are not as real, it feels like.
How come I have a bigger Canadian accent than you do?
Because you're a pretend Canadian. Are you from like Wisconsin or something?
No, I just have a Canadian accent. People always ask me if I'm Canadian.
You don't have a Canadian accent. You have like a not Canadian accent.
Well, I say
You
a
don't
boot.
sound Canadian.
I say a boot. I say boot.
What the fuck? Why do you say a boot? No one says that here.
Really? I went there and they said that all the time.
Where the fuck did you go?
I went
say
on
it's
a
all fun.
camping trip. It was north of Lake Superior, and it was in the middle of nowhere. We took a biplane, a water plane.
What like Superior, like so near Barrie, kind of?
it was in the middle of nowhere. We took a biplane, water biplane, and we went out in the middle of the woods and landed on a lake somewhere.
So you were talking to Hicks.
Yeah.
So uneducated people that say about. I say about, so not the same. Not the same. But yeah. Wait, so what state are you in?
Da-na-na-na-na.
Whoa. Arizona.
That's weird.
I'm from Colorado.
Why do you have this accent? You don't. It's not even. I don't even know what kind of accent. It sounds more southern to me. Like you sound southern.
Well, I mean, maybe. My dad lived in Texas for a long time, so I'm sure I have some of that, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like a southern accent to me. Weird.
Like you say wash, you can go wash my clothes. Like you can go wash your clothes.
That's what you say?
That's what my dad said. He said
Whoa.
wash instead of wash. He said frustrated and
Frustrated when you're flustered and frustrated at the same
flustered.
time.
I'm all flustered, like something like that.
Why do you guys think people are racist?
What?
Why do you guys think people are racist?
Why do I hate racists?
Why do you think people are racist?
Well, I think
Are you
stereotypes have
asking me
some.
like why I think that racism exists?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean by racist?
I think it's like there's probably some sort of biological impact that is maybe potentially. I hate talking about this because it makes me feel like I'm like saying that racism is okay, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like biologically it makes sense for you to be like afraid of the other.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe like, well, actually, it's better biologically if races mix and interbreed. But
Yeah, I mean, we know that scientifically now, but it's also like, hey, there's some random people that I've never met before. They might kill me. I don't know.
Well, I don't agree with that statement because you're more genetically related to people outside your own so-called race than within it. So I don't think that's true.
Okay,
And you
let's
have
say
to
it's like a long
find-
time ago, and we didn't have electricity. We didn't have any shit. We're just like tribes hanging out. We're hanging out by the fire, and we see a bunch of people just coming about.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you have to define what racism is, because are you saying it's just people with stereotypes of other people? Because that's not racism in like its real sense.
you know,
And
just
racism means you think you're genetically and biologically superior to another person, another group of people.
You know, this isn't alcohol, right?
And I don't
It's literally
think
just
there's a lot of
carbonated
those
spring water.
people. I don't think there's a lot of racists. I don't think there's a lot of them at all.
Wait, what the fuck did you just say? Sorry, wait, what?
Being
What?
racist means you think you're biologically or genetically superior to other people, another group of people. And there's not a lot of people that would state that and believe that.
basically because of your
There's a
state.
difference between stating something and acting a certain way.
Not
Are
necessarily.
you talking about having stereotypes of other people? Because everybody does that, and that's not racist.
No, it's not stereotypes. It's literally treating a race of people as lesser than you.
Race doesn't exist.
Stereotyping would be
What?
maybe seeing another person that's a different race and like equating them with some kind of mass image that most of their race represents or something. But you don't necessarily have to like hate somebody because you stereotype them. I would say racism is a form of hatred, irrational hatred.
Hmm.
think that term is so loosely used nowadays, it has no meaning.
You have no meaning.
Life has no meaning.
What? I disagree with that. I think everything has a purpose and a meaning. That's why it exists. For something to exist, it has to have a purpose.
If
Or maybe
everything
our little human brains can't comprehend the fact that something exists for no reason. Whoa, infinity. Sometimes things just happen for no reason.
What? But as far as
I'm sorry.
race, I don't think there's a lot of racists. I think people stereotype people, sure.
I think that's fucked up. I don't want to talk about why. I just feel like you saying that racism doesn't exist is pretty fucked up.
I've seen a lot of
There's racists, sure, but there's not a lot.
What the fuck
Who
are
are
you
racist.
talking about?
Native
Have you-
Americans who are racist. I've seen all races of racism be racist.
Yeah, the thing is, it's pretty natural for you to find, at first impression, you feel some aggressiveness or strangeness when you see people, especially when in the
Okay, how's that racist?
16th century. No, it's normal for you to feel strange when you find humans that are so different.
Okay, so that's not racist because that's just feeling strangely towards another.
Yeah, but that's the beginning of the feeling.
He's
because
gone.
you feel that's
Wait.
strange.
He's not even here to listen to you. Just hold your thought. Hold it in for a sec.
Don't
He's gonna
poop
come
it
back.
out.
Okay, let it out again. Let it
Okay,
out.
my phone died again, so sorry.
Why aren't you on cam, Mark?
I mean, I could be, but then I have to set up my phone and like lean it up against something, and it's a pain.
Mark, you type as anti-P, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought I was an INTP at one point, but yeah, I'm an ENTP, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, but why do people have like this natural tendency? Maybe not anymore because we're globally way more assimilated as a species, you know, through the internet and just traveling, how easy it is to travel now. But before, whenever it was like, you know, more separated culturally, everybody, I think that racism was pretty prominent. But it's
Well,
like,
race wasn't even a term that was used until the 1600s, I think, at the earliest, and it wasn't even that widespread of a term then. So before
you
then, race
think
wasn't
that-
race wasn't a concept.
conquest existed.
Did you think that using the Africans as slaves was a bad thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, slavery in that form is a bad thing. I agree.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to double check that if we were on this.
I'm just saying that the reason the term race was made was because of that trade.
What's a good form of slavery, Mark?
Well, I mean, you have certain forms of slavery where it's like, like if I owed you a debt, maybe, and I willingly put myself under you and worked my way.
But the thing is, you willingly are doing this. That's not
Right, so
slavery.
Well,
It's
there's
an
different
illusion
forms
of slavery, maybe, but you are ultimately willing to be put in that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. As there's different forms of slavery. Forced slavery in that way is bad. I agree. Forced slavery is bad.
Yo, Janelle, I see your little camera thing. Why does this do it to you?
But if you're gonna say that racism and race is a term that has been used throughout history and has been recognized throughout history, you're wrong.
But then you can just say that about any term. We're not talking about the actual term. We're talking about the fucking
Ethnicity has been a a concept throughout
We're
history.
literally talking about what
Not
the thing
race.
is, not talking about
Ethnicity
if
and
the
race are
word
two
has been used. That's so dumb. Why would you even? Oh, okay.
The concept has not been a concept until the 1700s. And before that, it wasn't a concept in people's minds.
I don't think so, man. What's your
Yeah.
source
It's
for that?
true. It's true. I mean, that's what my study is on, is that. It's on ethnicity, and
What are your
race
sources?
wasn't a thing.
Where are you being educated?
NAU. So not that great of a school, but regardless, like that's what my study was on.
Right.
Did you do that research on Wikipedia?
No, he goes to university and he's studying history, but
But that doesn't make sense. In a way.
It doesn't make sense because you're acculturated to believing in some sort of made-up thing called race. And it doesn't exist, and it's socially constructed.
so what's the difference between race and ethnicity then, in your opinion?
Race is something based upon some sort of made-up criteria of physical characteristics, and ethnicity has to do with culture.
All right.
Culture,
So-
identity,
With you on that.
group
I
versus
understand.
other group.
But
It's
So
totally-
being Portuguese
Maybe-
isn't a race.
Maybe it's
Portuguese.
maybe in the sense of you guys have curly hair and we have straight hair. That was a thing, but that wasn't at the heart of what an ethnicity.
Ugh. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is really irritating me.
I was trying to get it to why that's some kind of mechanism of human the opposite, but
Ah!
Sorry again.
not.
Apologize.
His name.
So yeah, I mean that's ethnicity is a difficult term to define because it's dependent upon the group of people that we're talking about. It's
All right.
an identity that's formed as a group identity that people within that group identify because of these things versus other things, which is what other groups of people do or are or look like or whatever.
All right.